Good day, everyone. I'm John, your moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, which is called People Are Stressed and Angry, Being a Peacemaker. So now I would like to introduce our presenter for today, Ann Sadowski. Ann Sadowski has been in apartment industry 5 decades and is a former VP of Marketing and Education of Lincoln Property Company. She holds CAM, CAPS, and NAAEI Advanced Facilitator designation. So with this, everyone, I'm handing over this conference to our speaker. Over to you, Ann.
Thank you very much, John, and hello, everybody. And just in case you're new to me, my name is Ann Sadowski. So why are we talking about this? 75% of people who leave their jobs do so because of another person. Conflict is a $4 to $5 billion a year challenge. More than 20 million cases a year end up before a judge. So what happens? When we are in conflict, when we have a blow up, when we are knocking heads, we have a loss of productivity. How can you be productive when your stomach's grinding and your heart is racing? Emotional unrest, loss of relationships, loss of friendships, loss of jobs. And of course, then we had the virus. So why are we so stressed today? Number one, we don't know what information to trust. We've had income loss with people losing their jobs, trying to budget lodging, trying to budget higher rents, higher payments. And then, of course, we have loneliness. Once we start working remotely, we miss the interaction. Too many what ifs. So let's look at a few reasons why we might not get along with other people. Extroverts readily express their feelings. And then the opposite style is the introvert. And you will see which of these you identify. Introverts like an intimate dinner and drinks rather than a party. In very modern times, a third style. I think many of us become ambiverts. What does that mean? And I'll jokingly say that we swing both ways, that you can be outgoing and fun and happy and selling and relating. And when it's necessary, you can go sit down at the computer, you can be quiet, you can write your emails. So why is it important when we're talking about all of this? Why is it important that we be likable? Being likable is based a lot on how you look and how you move. So what is in our way of getting along? So what are the end results of that? In work, loss of money, customers quit, people move away from your property. So let's try to understand the people that we're dealing with. So you may recognize these people among your team members, and you may recognize them above your clientele. And then sometimes we surround ourselves with these people. There's the yes person. We have yes people whose intentions are good, but they don't take action. Then we have the maybe person. I can't decide. I need time to think about it. Let me talk to my friends. Let me line up a team. It's maybe, and nothing happens. And then you have the no person. No matter what we offer, what we suggest, what we believe is right, what policies are, there's the person who goes, no, 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 that's not right, no. And then most of us are just graciously living somewhere in our world with a whiner, wah, wah, wah. And these people are not happy, and they're not very productive. What else causes? Not just our basic personalities and our basic daily behaviors, but let's look at these. We are not good at communication overall. If you happen to be in property management, you have community policies that are addendums to a lease. And then sometimes we communicate, but we communicate poorly. A big issue today is we don't document. We need to take responsibility ourselves. And of course, another big factor, it's not just the rest of the world is stressed. We're all stressed. So my job with you today is talk about peaceful confrontation. Don't raise your voice. Don't correct their behavior. Would you be willing to hear me about this? Would you be willing our magic words? Sometimes we have to consider that we're part of the problem. Try not to start this sentence with you. And when they do listen, thank them for listening and be willing to hear. Getting from conflict to resolution is our goal today. Peacefully getting resolution. So have that attitude. want to be at peace, want to be protective. Take personal responsibility, let go of the past. So get focused on the solution, and remember, there's only one person you can fix. There's only one person you can change. You cannot change them. You cannot fix them. The only person you can fix is you. So when conflict arises, humankind has basically three natural reactions when we're under stress. And these don't work, by the way. And a lot of these are childhood programming. So this does not work, that you act like they do. Number two, it doesn't work just to give in. And then some of you have a natural reaction to escape. Take a breath, engage your brain, listen, acknowledge their feelings. Don't say, yeah, but, or yeah, but yes, and you said, don't finger point. Say, I hear you. Start your sentence with I, not you. You is accusatory. When you ask helpful questions, and don't take everything personally, and watch your body language. Before thinking about what you're going to say, think about what I am saying. And that's very hard to do when our mind starts racing about how am I going to resolve this. So I will challenge you to use magic words. Please. Thank you. I see where you're coming from. Hey, I'd be upset if that happened to me. Let's talk about solving it, okay? Can we sit down and talk for a minute and let me take some notes? Let's put our heads together and find a solution, because you're important to us. I want to be part of the solution. I'm here to help resolve this. Let me show you some angry, fighting words. Words to remove from your vocabulary and from documents. Don't use those words. Take a deep breath. Think of a better, more polite way to say it. Here are your choices. Number one, you can do nothing. You can walk away, or you can change your attitude. So changing your behavior, changing your attitude is a choice. Your behavior changes when your priorities change. Finding it better to be kind and not having to be right about everything, to get along with everybody. It benefits the entire group, the entire organization, for you to get along. How we are evaluated by our customers. But yes, you can have boundaries. What are the boundaries? A boundary is something that creates physical and emotional space between you and the others. You have that right if you're afraid. Boundaries show people how you want to be treated, what's okay with you and what's not. So when nothing's working, how do I protect myself? So number one, I encourage you to have a code word with a prearranged person. I encourage all of you to get safety training from the local authorities, the police departments, that kind of thing. One person can change the environment around you. I'm going to wrap up with asking you, what would you do if this was the last day of your life? You can waste it, or you can use it for good. Thank you to Gandhi again. Be the peace you want to see. Thank you very, very much. And we want to thank all of you attending, and to watch for future classes. I do teach fair housing and a number of other topics. Thank all of you for attending. Happy spring.
Thanks, and thank you, participants. So with this, we conclude the session for today. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar. Have a great day, everyone.